Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Last time we helped out Ganyu, and then we started somebody's quest line. I don't remember. Who did we start? Yeah. Yep. Oh, yep. I don't remember. We're gonna just go to this. It's much quicker. Albedos. We started Albedos. We talked to Rosaria. Rose? That is her name? I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. We're going. Being weird, suspicious, and we're on a mountain. Yep. And we're gonna find Albedo, I guess. Try finding him. I don't know. Or Dragon Spine.
Let's fly. You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Yeah. Hi, Fatui. I don't want to deal with them. I just said I don't want to deal with you.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
I don't think she's actually what she says she is, but who knows? I'm on fire.
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger?
Maybe he was painting the hilly trails.
Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture.
Literally.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
Thought you were painting landscape.
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
Everything Paimon.
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Very avant-garde.
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Yeah.
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, You must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Your research.
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa, you want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
Alchemy really is miraculous.
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
So I'm in object of research.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
Is there any danger?
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Huh. Where are we going? Up the mountain.
Let's fly.
Thanks for the follow, Monster Moonglow. Appreciate it. How's it going, Monster?
Paimon has a question.
Whoa.
After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using
I'm good, how are
alchemy
you?
to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible.
That's good.
Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Doesn't seem like you understand.
Well,
Understood.
If it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Do you know how to keep Paimon on board?
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm
What
afraid.
about Klee?
I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly,
Exactly. Okay.
do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
Not that I'm aware of.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
Nope.
What a stupid question. Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you.
I met Paimon on my travels.
Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Yep, Paimon's a secret god.
How would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers.
Power
Firstly,
of hunger. Yes,
this mysterious elemental
the
power.
god of hunger.
I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine.
As long as I'm not being batted around by hydro mimics.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Day's going alright. It's 9 in the morning, so I haven't done much.
Here comes the
It's been alright so far. How about you?
Now hold on to your hats. Take me up. Bullseye. Locked on.
Oh, there's more. God.
Bullseye. Bullseye. And voila.
Oh, it's revealed.
Nice,
work.
nice.
Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
Not a scratch.
Excellent. According to my observations,
Took a nap. Nice.
the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Sounds like you had a
Eternal flow.
somewhat
How do you
easy
test
day.
that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Will it crystallize in my stomach?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Nice.
Don't worry.
Easy day.
In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry.
That's not hugely reassuring.
Well, it's not that there aren't any
Hate
risks
school?
involved.
Same.
But if there
same.
is anything blocking your
I
elemental
hated school
flow,
too.
we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
This is like a health checkup.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point
Hey,
out
this
a
isn't
few
Willy
other
Wonka's
contenders.
chocolate factory. Come on.
All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
You're saying Albedo is Willy Wonka? I'm Charlie? Well, no, I would be, I forget her name. Excuse me, pardon me.
By royal decree.
By royal decree, man. I will throw my bird at you. Bye.
Open fire. Bullseye. Yeah.
No? Okay. I'll just
Yeah.
bop.
Now disappear.
Oh, you wanted me to... problem. Right, okay, well. I need somebody with a weapon. Physical weapon. Well.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish.
Do you know who's going to be on the next banner? It's bro, I literally watched the video today. Hold on. I forgot her name. Cow therapist. What is her name? Cow therapist. Yumu Mizuki. Mizuki's gonna be on the next banner, and it looks like it's gonna be. Oh, what am I doing, bro? They have the. Hold on. It's Where was it? Where was it? Here somewhere. Fence. There we go. Next banner. Mizuki, and it's got Goro. I don't remember their names. And Sejuan. Those are gonna be the next banners, and I think it's coming out tomorrow. I don't know when it's coming out. Coming out soon because this banner's
Oh my
done, I
goodness.
think. Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah, it's all done. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Thank you.
What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just...
Oops. Yeah.
Take me up.
What's that? Oh, it's I forgot
This
his
is my
name. I know who
campsite.
it is.
I've added the materials we
Alchemy
collected
dude.
to the
That's why he
concoction.
wasn't over
While we are
in
waiting,
Mondstadt.
have a look
Here.
over here.
Next Archon Farina. I think she's coming out next banner. They just gotta wait one more banner.
My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research.
The maze.
I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this
I
traveler
used all
and
of
the
my
slimes.
primos to get Ganyu and Tartaglia, so I have nothing. I would have thought even Paimon and I were more closely related.
Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
I'm a
Not
slime.
bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting
nice.
entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins.
Let's trace
In
back.
that
Let's go.
sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
No, it's fine. We can ask the gods.
Yes, sir.
I'll ask
That
Zhongli.
sounds correct.
He'd
After
know.
all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world, now that really would be
Sleepy.
something, wouldn't it?
Did you just take a nap?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink.
Okay.
Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Right. Drink the potion. I want to. Where is the potion? Gulp. On fire. Guess I had a good workout today. Well, that's good.
You've got a funny look on your face.
It's burning a bit.
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
What about the risk to you?
Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance, and it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
Like you're referring to something in particular.
The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same, they can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough?
I think I'm getting it. Still seems like there's another layer of meaning to your
To
words.
sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Oh, having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Okay. Table is table. Looks like an alchemy work table. Some potions and other apparatus are laid out here. Are these what Albedo uses to investigate the world? It wouldn't hurt to touch it, would it? It might. Here's an open fire on the table. Board. This board is made of board. A board with some incomprehensible experimental reports stuck onto it. Still, you can tell that progress is being made on those experiments. Cool. Bookshelf. Oh, I can craft here? Cool. Shelf packed with books and potions. Looks like the owner has a habit of reading and researching potions simultaneously.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
Duckly duckly. Guys, 4 minutes 3 minutes late? You're late. I don't want to hear it. You're 25 minutes late. What if I get goodbye preload for the next update on WoW 44? Man. And I gotta do the pre-download for Genshin. I haven't done that yet. Then this is update's not out yet, which is weird because they're supposed to have a new banner tomorrow, like everyone else, but whatever.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
Things aren't very organized.
Agreed. I'd love to find a moment to put them all in order. Still, experiments come first.
Nope, turned auto off.
On with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
Am I battling slimes again?
No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Alright, I just can't do it. Paimon, you give it a shot.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
You're not just peckish?
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
Paimon, it's food. I'm surprised you're not
Not
excited.
only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. It does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves.
I know what you're getting at.
Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem.
Then Timaeus isn't getting food.
Elemental power into the food. Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway?
Who knows?
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Right. Recipe. What was it called again? Do I not have the ingredients for it? I do not. I need butter. Ook. Timaeus, you don't happen to have butter, do you? No? Okay. Back to Mondstadt. I gotta buy butter. Who would have butter? You would have butter, maybe. Trying to preload while watching the stream, I'm on like a 20-minute delay. That is insane. Butter. Purchase all the butter. Since I'm here, I'll just cook it here. I forgot what it was called already. Where is it? Too many things to cook. That one. Up. Alright, let's go bring this back. Got the food,
That
Albedo.
was fast. Looking forward to testing the results.
Me too.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy.
Thanks.
As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours.
Whoa.
Unless... Could it be
Said he
that
was
the
12.
natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
You're Paimon's new favorite.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look.
Maybe some elemental traces in the lost items.
Oh yeah! You could use elemental sight!
I feel like we're getting a whole lot of nothing with this research, but whatever. Right. There was butter in the fucking... Damn it.
The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it! Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong! This must be electrohypostasis powder!
Goodness, you managed to find them. Incredible. 1,000 thanks. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep! Guess it does sorta count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment. I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
With you to the end.
In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing?
Nope.
And if you jumped from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
Nope.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her?
Sounds like we're still on the superpower test.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
Right.
Take me up. Let's fly. And voila! Take me up! Yeah.
You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is.
That's not very reassuring.
Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
My kind of experiment.
Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, Traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway. If it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
You guys playing Elden Ring without me? That's crazy.
Research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
What else have you researched this thoroughly?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended. Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling.
Wow, 2 minutes without me, bro. 2 minutes without me.
Fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy.
It's okay, we're
into
even
research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost.
An hour of that was me literally trying to customize the character, okay?
Possessing the prosaic mundanity of
the other hour was literally looking stuff up and then finding where I needed to go. So playtime in the game of me actually doing anything was like 5 minutes. 10 minutes. It took me a while to kill the bear, and then I had to change my stats.
To quote my exact words from earlier, these
I also
creatures
killed
are,
somebody,
for the
but
most part, quite boring.
I'm just saying, I basically did what you did.
There is
Went and
precious
got
little
something,
about them that
and
serves
then
to pique my curiosity
that was it.
now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course.
Of course not.
Andre, you're 40 minutes
You
late
have been
again.
of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Duh. You're testing me on intelligence? No. God damn it, why are you over there? Hilly churl, hilly churl. You know, in the lantern, right? I read it, you know, since I have English and they don't have any voice lines from the English people for a long time, it would have been really nice to hear Yoon Jin sing the hilly churl thing for Hu Tao. It would have been funny. Unfortunately, there was no voice acting. It was still entertaining though. Albedo story quest makes no sense without the event in 1.2. Why does it make no sense? Making sense to me. I mean, it makes no sense. You make no sense.
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test.
When a written test suffice?
I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Remember that this is a test of intellect. So should you get lucky in any way, that won't be factored in as part of the test. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like.
Mm-hmm.
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains.
There are.
Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
I don't think this requires intelligence to return Sealy to where it needs to be, but whatever. Maybe they revamped it a little, IDK, but I was doing it on my other account back in the day and it was missing a lot compared to the one in the event. Well, I mean, I feel like they probably would have changed it. It doesn't seem like it's missing anything to me, but God, I do not care. Fuck off, Hilly Churls.
Step right up.
Of course you didn't die. I don't have time for you.
It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
One of these. Oh. I fucking hate these. There was one other one somewhere else. They fucking suck. Got it. Cool. Where's the other Sealy? Ew. Way over here. If only this was Woowa. How the fuck am I supposed to get up here? How do you get up here normally? Go up here? Just over here. Probably trapped. Yep, I don't care. Oh wait, I do care. There's whoppers. I need your stuff.
Locked on. Bullseye. Open fire.
Please die. Please die. No, I don't need you to shield yourself. Please die. Thank you.
And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding.
Like the normal way for this is just really stupid. Good thing I have Casca. Come on. I do not care. Come on, Sealy. We got things to do, Sealy. We've got things to do. I absolutely despise Sealies. Why can you never go the straight path? Shut up.
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out. Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased.
Oh, there's letters.
We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. What's this?
I feel like I've seen these before.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
See you soon.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the result of all this brain ache. Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the campsite.
Right.
Not so fast.
Up.
You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
You! You didn't leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor.
What do you mean?
Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating in all kinds of strange experiments? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps, you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
I was just helping him with his research.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
You came here to be sure, so you must have your ways of assuring yourself.
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more to them. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat. Which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn. Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that.
Maybe she just... Maybe she's just sensitive.
Huh. Never mind her. Let's go see Albedo.
Right. Back we go.
Giddy up!
You're back. Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back?
Not
Time
really.
for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
That's it.
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders?
Perhaps.
I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Tevat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
Aww.
It was so short-lived.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Well, I haven't withered just yet.
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly doesn't hurt. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom.
So I'm a helpful specimen?
I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again?
Sure, even if you want some company, find me anytime.
Well, glad I can count on you. I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
This Reeker guy sent me a message. Okay, next quest. Xiao. Can I unlock any more quests? Nope. Nope. Go. Bro, you can't say that on the stream. Evil hilly churls. Oops.
Is it just Paimon, or is there something weird about those hilly churls over there?
They do give off a sinister energy.
Paimon thinks so too. We've seen plenty of hilly churls before, and they're always the bad guys. But this is different. Uh-oh. This is right by the Wangshu Inn too. Oh, the guests are in great danger. Now that we've seen it, if we don't do anything about it, Paimon will feel really guilty. Let's go take care of them.
Did it.
Open fire!
These super evil hilly trolls are more difficult to defeat than the usual kind, too. Hey! Seems like people are gathering over there. Wonder what they're doing. Whoa! See that guy in the mask? He scared off all the hilly trolls.
Looked like he was using some sort of Adeptus art.
Oh, you mean like Xiao? Now that you mention it, this guy's mask is kind of similar to the one that he wears. But the magic he was using seemed even more Adeptus-y than Xiao's. Shall we go say hi?
Sure. Hello, strange man. Art, what is this?
Hello. Allow us to introduce ourselves. This is...
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need. Cleansing the world of evil is the duty of the Adepti. Think nothing of it. One certainly doesn't. Wait, who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection it seems that we have not met.
We're just travelers passing by.
My name's Paimon, and this is my sidekick.
Sidekick, Paimon. Wait, hold
One
on.
sees. One too shall introduce oneself, for it is good manners to comply. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars, though one is better known to one's followers as Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross. Now, tell me that which you wish for.
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti and Leela were just really good in battle. You mean you can grant people's wishes too?
There are different levels of Adepti. Are not the stars loftier than the mountains, clouds, and moon? Yet, it is unbecoming of an Adepti to boast of one's powers. One would have you first speak to one's followers, and only then make your verdict.
Right. Hi, Mr. Clappy.
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? His power truly hails from the divine. I believe that now there is finally some hope for my ailing father.
Tell me about the Master of Stars.
Watching him use his magic is all the proof you need. A true Adeptus, no doubt about it.
I doubt it.
Not long ago, I sought some medicine from him on behalf of my ailing father. The difference with Boo Boo Pharmacy's prescriptions was like night and day, I tell you. Once it was boiled and ready, it gave off this really ethereal mist. Seemed pretty adeptal to me. Could have also been because there was mistflower in it, though.
Probably.
Adepti medicine is surely the most potent. My father will recover soon, I just know it. Sure, you have to make some sacrifices if you seek help from an Adeptus like the Master of Stars. I had to give a few antiques as offerings. But my father's life is worth much more than a few old relics, right?
Hmm.
The Millilith don't really need to do shifts when the Master of Stars is around, do they?
What do you know about the Master of Stars?
I'm a merchant, and I had an especially valuable batch of goods that needed transporting recently. So I asked the Master of Stars if he would make the journey with me, as presumptuous as that was. Reason being, monsters run a mile as soon as he so much as holds up his talisman. We didn't have the slightest bit of trouble the whole journey. It didn't come cheap, of course, but then soliciting the services of an Adeptus is a monumental affair. Just look at the Rite of Dissension. So I can accept it, but I doubt that most from outside of Liyue would be willing to.
Finally, a life full of hope and purpose.
What are your thoughts on the Master of Stars?
Oh, are you believers too? After my fiancé had been left, I cried every day. But then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion, I started burning paintings of my fiancé and casting the ashes into the ocean at sunrise. I can't explain it, but it really worked. I know in my heart that he'll return. This is not some sort of positive thinking trick. I'm certain of it. I'm so overjoyed that I gave a portion of my wedding budget to the Master of Stars as an offering. After all, if not for him, I wouldn't be getting my fiancé back, in which case I wouldn't need it anyway.
Right. Boy.
What do you think? One's adherents may exaggerate a little, but they speak from the heart.
From their imaginations, I'd say.
Surely you jest. There was once a senior Adeptus, Xie Wuliang, known to the people as Liangzi. He said this: all things are connected. That which mortals call imagination is merely the bridge betwixt the spiritual and the material. In other words, their wishes are already on the path of transitioning into reality. Does this make things clearer?
Nope. It makes them way more complicated. But basically what you're saying is that their wishes can come true, right?
Indeed. You are perceptive, my diminutive friend.
Okay. So we also have one other question.
Oh? You need but ask.
Why do you wear a mask?
One wanders among mortals, doing good and cleansing evil. One reveals not one's visage to avoid further disturbance to this realm than is necessary.
Ah, got it.
Now then, what are your wishes?
I want to know where my sibling is.
One senses that a tragic tale lies behind this wish. So be it. This wish is not beyond one's power to grant. But first, one must see some proof of your faith.
What's that supposed to mean?
The way of the Adepti cannot be grasped from words alone. One must seek the profound truths that lie beyond them. Should you fail to perceive one's hidden meaning, then regrettably, one may lend you no aid.
What do we do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all.
Oh, I think he wants us to sweeten the deal.
Oh, that's right! Some of those believers mentioned that they had to pay a pretty sum for the Adeptus' help, didn't they? Well, Paimon's not forking over anymore, and we don't have anything valuable enough on us. You don't even have a vision.
I don't think people put visions up for sale.
Hey, why don't we make him a taste the temptation of good food, can they?
No one shares your values for sure. Yeah.
Yep, a tasty snack is sure to work. Why don't we head over to Wanwen Bookhouse and see if they got any new recipes in?
Okay.
Let's fly.
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti?
Yes. Here, and keep the change.
Oh, aren't you generous? Thank you for your patronage.
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into him again.
Star Snatcher. Coincidence or incidence?
Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti? Well, anyway, it was definitely a book about the Adepti. Why would an Adeptus want to buy a book about himself?
I always found him fishy. Perhaps he's a narcissist?
Could be. But now that Paimon thinks about it, there's something that's just not right about this guy.
He's a charlatan if you ask me.
So, what you're trying to say is that he can't grant people's wishes? Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Maybe we'll find out something about this guy that we can use.
Right. Hi.
Hey there! We'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti. Do you have one in stock?
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a bestseller? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. But you should be able to find a copy somewhere on that desk over there.
Okay. Which desk? Desk over there. There's 4 desks.
So, are you buying
Okay.
or not?
This is the one! Let's see what it's all about, shall we?
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
This book is about the Yakshas, a group of Adepti who defend Liyue. Seems like a pretty niche topic. Was there anything that stood out to you?
The flute. For the sole surviving Yaksha.
So, there used to be 5 main Yakshas. Yakshas, but supposedly only one of them is still alive today. Do you think that it could have anything to do with that Star Snatcher guy? No, surely not. He doesn't exactly give off the impression that he's been suffering for thousands of years.
I assume this quest takes place before all the stuff that happens in Liyue. But I'm not sure. I mean, otherwise, we'd be like, oh yeah, it's Xiao, but whatever. He talks, he's said it. Anyway, about demons.
The book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods defeated during the Archon War can sometimes cause plagues, monsters, or mutations. All of which sound pretty horrendous. Hey, wait a second. Paimon wonders if... Do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier were the mutations that the book's talking about?
Possibly. Oh, karma.
The book says that the Yakshas, after fighting against the wrath of the gods for thousands of years, became bound by karma. Poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, the Yakshas would often descend into indescribable fits of terror, rage, or agony. It's so tragic. After everything they went through in all of their years of protecting Liyue, they got no reward and had to deal with so much suffering instead.
Nothing else that I can think of.
Yep, Paimon thinks we've already summed up all the key points. So back to the matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those super evil-looking hilly trolls come from? And 2, what does Star Snatcher have to do with the Yakshas, right? Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. Let's part the fog of mystery that hangs over Dwayne Karst and let the truth shine through in its full glory.
So we're playing detective now, are we?
To be honest, Paimon actually hopes he is a real Adeptus. His exorcism technique seemed real enough at least. But if we get our hopes up, there's further for them to come down. So it makes sense to investigate thoroughly first, just to be sure. Alright, let's head back to Wangshu Inn!
Back we go.
Take me up!
Flee at my command, foul demons! Flee! Why won't you flee?
Uh-oh, looks like Star Snatcher's in trouble. And there are innocent bystanders here too. We have to step in.
Step right up. Yeah.
Knew it.
Oh, I don't get it. Why didn't the Sigil of Permission do anything? Has the evil aura of these hilly churls grown in intensity?
Sigil of Permission, huh? Now why does that sound familiar?
Yes, to get out of Julian free card.
Right! It's a keepsake of the Adepti, so it must still contain traces of their power. No wonder he was able to scare those monsters away earlier.
What are you two babbling on about? One is merely underslept, meaning that one's adeptal power is not in full flow. Were one but given another opportunity...
Well, as it happens, there goes another bunch of evil hilly churls over there. Should we leave them to you then?
One suddenly feels ill at ease. Surely one has overexpended one's adeptal powers. Otherwise, one would surely purge these infernal beings at once.
So you were just bragging after all. We were right to be suspicious. Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Use your elemental sight and hunt them down.
Right. Hi. Oh.
Oh, it's that Conqueror of Demons again. No wonder. Paimon was just wondering who could have made such short work of these hilichurls. Let's see what a real Adeptus has to say about all this.
Okay. Still curious why you didn't make the connection between the... Yeah, anyway. Why didn't you say it? Any of
It's
that?
you.
Anyway.
I remember you.
Hi,
I
Xiao.
was purging some living beings that had been tainted by the demonic. It would appear that I have caused you some trouble.
Huh? He isn't usually this polite. What's going on? But you are exercising demons. How is that causing trouble?
That is because the changes that occurred in these monsters stem from me. Or more precisely, from the karma I have accumulated.
Mutations? Karma? Does that mean...
Okay, so we don't... Right, okay. So Xiao is the final Yaksha?
Yeah! Paimon remembers that Xiao is also called the Vigilant Yaksha, isn't he?
How come...
So that means...
Okay, anyway. I gotta question it.
Poor Xiao!
We read about your past in a book.
I see. You must mean that piece of literati fan fiction from a few hundred years ago. All things are impermanent, and to exist is to suffer. We Yakshas have no need of sympathy or tears. My comrades who have passed on would see your tears as a stain upon their legacy.
Oh, Paimon's sorry.
It matters not. In any case, I am on my way to purge a cavern of demonic influence, so we shall part ways here.
Wait! Take us with you! We'll be a big help! Paimon promises!
No need. I am used to fighting alone. And in any case, these mutations originated from me to begin with.
Well then... Oh! Consider it Paimon's penance for being accidentally rude just now. Please?
Well, come on then.
So, Xiao, you've been suffering from the bad karma all this time?
Suffering is my price to pay for eons of endless slaughter. I have come to accept this. But in recent years, other living things have suffered, when the burden should be mine alone to bear. I must reflect on this.
In we go.
Ooh, this place gives Paimon goosebumps.
I will use the ritual known as the Bane of All Evil to relieve this place of its karma. You must remain calm. Do not allow yourself to be affected by the lingering wrath of bygone gods.
Evil conquering!
Constantly lose HP, eh? Okay, okay.
Useless! Useless!
Boring!
Bane of all evil. That must be the power you got for being a vigilant Yaksha, right? Paimon's just realized that you only wear your mask when you're fighting the bad guys. But that Star Snatcher guy wears his mask the rest of the time, too.
Star Snatcher? I am aware of no Adeptus by such a name.
So he is a fraud!
Yeah, he is. Come on, Paimon.
We'll continue this discussion later. You should focus on your battle for now.
Boring! Get out of It is good that we came here. An unusual number of living things had fallen under infernal influence. Had we not arrived in good time, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Now, this Star Snatcher you speak of, what is the situation?
Ooh, Paimon will tell you.
An Adeptus who grants wishes. To think that people could be so easily deceived by such blatant lies.
As an Adeptus, do you have the power to grant wishes, Xiao?
The Liyue of yesteryear would never ask the Adepti for boons unearned. Millennia ago, the ancestral people of Liyue asked for nothing more than the strength to defend the land they called their home.
To be honest, an Adepti who grants people's wishes is probably more appealing to people nowadays.
However feeble people nowadays may be, they are not my concern. I concern myself only with following Rex Lapis's original decree.
Oops. Paimon spoke without thinking again. Oh, one more thing. That fake Adeptus has a sigil of permission. It's what he uses to exorcise demons.
Wait. Truly? Fool. Exorcising demons without exterminating them. It is no wonder they have been congregating here. If this continues, things may spiral out of even my control. We must confiscate his sigil of permission.
Confiscate? Is that all?
Great minds think alike! Paimon agrees. We've got to show that trickster what you get for trying to fool us. And it just so happens that we've got a real Adeptus with us too. If Xiao were to teach Star Snatcher a lesson, you can bet he'll never dare to pose as an Adeptus ever again.
No. I only slay demons. I do not kill mortals.
Who said anything about killing him?
It would certainly benefit Liyue if we could convince him to cease his wicked ways. I possess an art called Dream Trawler. It is normally used to separate the soul from the body, that one might cultivate oneself in a waking dream. But it can also be used to call forth the spirits of others.
Whoa. Now that's a real Adepti art for ya.
You'll scare him out of his wits for sure.
A ritual must be performed for this art to be used. Assist me in gathering a few items. A censer, 7 lamps, and something to reduce the temperature.
Reduce the temperature. Oh, some mist flowers will probably do, right? But as for the censer and the 7 lamps... Probably not the kinds of things they're gonna just stumble across in the wild.
Do you know of the 2 Yaksha statues that stand guard beside a merchant road on the southern face of Mount Tianheng? The ancestors of the people of Liyue built shrines there to honor the Yakshas. You should still be able to find some ceremonial items there. Once you have found them, meet me at the Yaksha statues after nightfall, and I will teach you how to use this art.
Hell yeah. Let's go grab all this stuff.
Let's fly.
The spirit soars the mountains high, while the body rests as the world goes by.
Sorry to interrupt you, but...
We'd like to borrow a censer and some lamps.
Well, I'll be. Isn't that something? A pair walk into a shrine, neither to seek nor worship gods or adepti, but to pilfer the tools of worship for their own ends.
We know it's rude to ask, but we just need them for a short while. Honest.
For the dream trawler ritual, I trust.
How'd you know that?
I have been in the shrine for far longer than you would expect. Perhaps as a reward for my faithfulness, I have been endowed with some understanding of the Adepti arts.
Wow. Paimon's never heard of that happening before.
It matters not. Take what you need. It is a fortuitous thing that these items may be of service to you. They serve little purpose here, in any case.
Something on your mind?
Nothing that you need concern yourself with. Please, take what you wish.
Okay. Thanks, mystery man.
This sensor should be fine, right?
Yeah, but how are we gonna move
At
it?
least it isn't as run down as the shrine.
You return to the vicinity of the temple after transferring the sensors used in the ritual.
Next, we just need to grab the 7 star lamps, right? The sooner we start, the sooner we'll be done.
Okay, don't know how we move that, but alright. Lamps. Oh boy. Okay. Right.
Paimon thinks we've got all the ones we can use now. But let's say bye to that guy before we leave, shall we?
And he's not here. He was an Adepti the whole time.
Where'd he go? He was right here.
I had presumed that once you had acquired what you came for, you would forget about me and simply be on your way.
Ah! It's that guy's voice. Hello? Where are you?
My physical form ceased to exist over 1,000 years ago. What you witnessed earlier was an illusion, created by the Adepti art known as mortal lingering. Now that you have taken the 7-star lamps and censer used in the mortal lingering ritual, my form is no longer visible to you.
You're a ghost?
It is not untrue to say this. The line between Adepti and ghosts is a fine one indeed. I was once a junior in the Order of the Yakshas, bestowed with the name Pervases by Rex Lapis himself. Yet my strength failed,
and I was slain in battle. Today is the anniversary of my death. My last wish was to see a modern Liyue, and so I took the liberty of performing this ritual here. That aside, you were sent here by the Conqueror of Demons, were you not?
So, you two know each other
I sense his aura upon you. That and the heavy burden of his karma. Even after all these millennia, he still must endure such tremendous suffering. I am truly ashamed.
Don't say that, Pervases. You sacrificed your life for Liyue, didn't you?
Life is a precious thing, yes. But when I think of the burden that the Conqueror of Demons must bear, death seems to me to have been the easy way out. A selfish indulgence, even.
Pervases.
I apologize. Birthdays are joyful occasions, but by the same token, it is hard not to be melancholy on the anniversary of one's death. The mortal lingering will not last much longer. Take care, you two, and please pass on my regards to the Conqueror of Demons.
And we will. You take care too, Pervases.
If only I could taste some authentic grilled tickerfish once more. By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay evil.
Huh? Looks like he's gone then. Paimon really hopes that at least someone will remember Pervases the Yaksha. We should get going. But let's come back here and make an offering sometime.
Yeah.
Take me up!
We're back.
Have you gathered the items for the ritual?
We're dead.
This sensor and these lamps. Their designs are flawless. Almost as if they were made specifically for use in the Adepti arts. Where did you come by them?
We got them from a Yaksha named Pervases.
Oh, and, he says hi.
Pervases. Yes. This does have the hallmarks of something Pervases might do. As I thought, it seems that he could not leave Liyue behind, either. I hope that its present state will allow him to rest in peace. Well then, let us begin preparing for the ritual. Place the censer in the middle, and surround it with the 7-star lamps. Adorn the area with the items of abject cold. Once this is done, we shall proceed.
Prepare the ground for the dream.
Yes, this will do.
Ritual, yep.
Now, the next step is the
Trawler.
key to performing Dream Trawler. There are 4 steps to performing this ritual. Offering incense, meditation, incantation, and loosing an arrow.
Seems like a real rigmarole.
Adepti arts are the product of millennia of study by Adepti. Do not dismiss their mystical workings as rigmarole. Failure to take this seriously could cause the technique to devour one's own body, or cause the spirit to be sundered from one's flesh permanently.
Stop talking! Paimon's sorry!
When offering the incense, we place the incense into the censer with reverence for Rex Lapis in our hearts. Meditation is to empty ourselves of trivial thoughts, and to focus on the target of the art we are performing. Then we shall recite the incantation in a loud voice, Devayaksha, bring forth Sin. Finally, we will loose an arrow towards each of the Yaksha statues to enlist their authority for our contract. If all goes well, Star Snatcher's soul will be brought forth shortly.
Understood.
If you have no other questions, let us begin.
Then we meditate. Ugh. Paimon really doesn't want to think about that fraud.
No. Devayaksha, bring forth Sin.
Bring forth Sin! It looks like the Yaksha statues are glowing at the waist. So we just fire one arrow each at the glowing parts, right?
Got it.
We finished the ritual! And we followed all the instructions to the letter.
Close enough. Leave the rest to me. You two get ready to greet him.
I'll put on my scary hilly trail mask.
Where is one? Huh? You two look familiar. What's with one's body? One feels light, weightless.
Guess what? You're already dead.
Dead? Impossible. One was just lying in peaceful repose at Wangshu Inn. Wait, that must be it. Of course it must. As expected of an adeptus such as oneself. One must indeed be in a dream.
There's no helping this guy, is there?
Oh, you're not dreaming.
Huh? What is the meaning of this? Do you truly think that one will permit such insolence in one's own dreams?
Alright, time to take him down a peg.
Oh, we're gonna fight him?
Such impertinence. Where are one's followers when one needs them? Please stop. I surrender. I surrender.
So are we still going to do this one self song and dance?
No, no, never again. You almost killed me. Oh, how did I ever have the misfortune to meet you two? Please, great Adepti, spare my life. I won't do this ever again, I swear it.
We did call your spirit here, but we're not Adepti. He, however, is.
You deceive the masses with quackery, masquerade as an adeptus, exorcise demons without exterminating them, and display a callous lack of regard for life. One day, you will reap that which you have sown. For those who invite the infernal into their lives, there is no redemption.
You're...
Seems like Xiao's got him scared stiff.
Oh, great Adeptus. Might I ask your name?
He is the conqueror of demons.
It really is you. It's truly you. Never in my life did I imagine that I might meet the conqueror of demons, the vigilant Yaksha himself.
You know about Xiao?
Of course. My grandfather was a folklorist. I learned the tales of the conqueror of demons at his knee. To this day, I'm an avid collector of books concerning the Yakshas. But ever since I discovered a sigil of permission while rummaging through my grandfather's personal effects, at first, I was just imitating the Adepti for fun. But slowly, I began to stray further and further from the righteous path.
Huh. So to sum you up, you're Xiao's biggest fan?
Yes. Thank you both for allowing me to witness the conqueror of demons in the flesh. It's like a dream come true.
That wasn't quite our intention.
Please allow me to swear this oath before the great conqueror of demons. I swear to turn away from evil, to live an honest life, and to never again stain the name of the Adepti.
I will remember your oath. Now go.
thank you. 1,000 thanks for your forgiveness, and for all that you have done for Leah.
He seemed very earnest when he was making that oath there. Guess he won't be tricking anyone anymore. Oh, wait. We haven't gotten the Sigil of Permission back yet. Let's head over to Wangshu Inn first thing tomorrow and look for him.
Right. We're just gonna... Okay. Where is the... Where are you? Writer. Ah, found it. Well, that was covered. All right.
Guess this'll go into my magic pocket.
All right. Back to the inn. Eek.
Hey there, boss. Star Snatcher's staying here, right?
Star Snatcher. You mean the false Adeptus who wore a mask?
Yeah, that's him.
He signed in here under the name Wang Ping An.
So a really ordinary person after all.
He's already checked out. He said he wished to go on a solo pilgrimage. Ah, yes. He also requested that I give this letter to a traveler who journeys together with a talking fairy, should they come asking for him.
Talking fairy? Who's that?
You, Paimon. It's me, Paimon.
Well,
They're talking about me,
You
Paimon.
must be the traveler. Here's the letter.
Thanks.
How strange that he would leave a letter for us. Is this the final attempt to fool us, maybe?
Perhaps.
Come on, open it. Paimon's curious. Huh? Seems like he actually left us a few nice trinkets.
Letter from Star Snatcher. By the time you read this letter, I will have embarked upon my journey of self-improvement. I regret that I cannot apologize to the two of you in person, but I hope that you will forgive me. Since the Conqueror of Demons appeared to me in a dream, I have not slept. My nights have been spent thinking about how I may fulfill my vow. Not only have I deceived you two, but I have also exploited the hopes and dreams of my believers. People in dire straits oft become weak, thirsting blindly after something to believe in. With my lies, I brought them false salvation, while their true desires grew farther and farther away. I know in that long-gone era, the desires of mankind were not as complicated as they have now become. The Conqueror of Demons shouldered the desires of Lua's people as he contended with demons. Wearing his mask, he concealed the weakness brought by human desire. As a false Adeptus, I am one who always wears a mask. A true Adeptus only needs to wear it when facing demons. If I wear a mask to hide the evil that has corrupted my heart, then the Conqueror of Demons wears a mask to hide the part of him that is human. And yet he wears the face of a demon king only that he might subdue all demons. Once I had realized all this, I became deeply aware of my own ugliness, and I understood what it truly means to be an Adeptus. I set off on this journey over hill and river, strengthening my body and spirit, not because I harbor any hope of fully atoning for my sins. I do it only to earn the right to be counted among the believers of the Adepti. I have already asked someone to return the money I cheated others of. Few goods remain in my possession, but they are of no use to me on my journey of self-improvement. Please take them. Please take the sigil of permission that my grandfather left me as well. I am no longer worthy of it. I wish that you will be granted that which you desire. May we meet again. Wang Ping An, a sinner.
Along with... Woohoo! The Sigil of Permission! Paimon hasn't met a bad guy like him in a long time.
I'm actually quite touched. This is all thanks to Xiao.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go take the Sigil of Permission to Xiao, shall we?
Sure. I don't know where we'd find him. I guess he is here somewhere. Is he upstairs, downstairs? Downstairs? Oh, he's right here. Hi.
Ah, there you are. We got the Sigil of Permission back. Do you want to take it?
You have my thanks.
May I take your order, sir?
1 grilled ticker fish.
Certainly. We'll prepare it for you immediately.
Huh. No almond tofu this time? Well, that's not like Xiao.
You don't take it
Ticker
too.
fish was Pervasi's favorite dish.
Yeah, yep.
I just wanted to see how it tastes. By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay evil. Was there anything else? I am accustomed to eating alone.
Believe you be then. Come on, Paimon.
And so, Detective Paimon and the trusty traveler solved the case and quietly slipped away.
Slipped away into the night. We changed seats, Xiao. Xiao seems a bit lost in his memories. Best we don't disturb him. Alright. See you, Xiao. Hope it tastes good. Do I have the recipe for that? Can I buy the recipe from you? Sorry. Bop, 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 bop. Didn't mean to click on any of this. Telling me about his whole life story. What was it? Ticker fish or something like that? I don't think I have that. Is that even a recipe we can learn? Maybe. Perhaps. But I don't have it. I don't know who would have it. I don't think you'd sell anything. Oh, downstairs maybe? Up. Nope.
Best way to travel.
Alright, well, whatever. What's the next one? It's Hu Tao. Hu Tao's the next one. Did I unlock anything from doing that? Nope. How do we unlock Baishu's? Apelio Carantis. Oh. They're doing Hu Tao's. Let's accept the quest. See where it takes. Wuong Hill. We'll start this one, but we have about 12 minutes left of the stream, so we won't get super far into it. But we'll start it. Why are you on top of a mountain, Hu Tao? This is inside of a... Gonna make things difficult, Hu Tao. Oh, fuck. Not to do that. Spooky Forest. 16-hour Genshin stream.
Why did we come here?
No.
Paimon's got a bad feeling about this. Not that Paimon's scared or anything. Just, concerned for your safety.
Well, thanks, Paimon.
It's just that this is how lots of scary stories go. You're in an empty place, in the middle of nowhere, there's barely any light, and then just when you least expect it, a stranger comes out of...
Hu Tao! Oh, hi, Meng.
Quick, do something!
Didn't you say you weren't scared?
Paimon's intuition says that anyone we run into here is going to be far from normal.
Normal.
If he gets us, he's gonna eat Paimon for sure.
Who are you?
I'm a traveler.
Traveler? Are you from one of the other nations? No, I've never seen your kind of attire before. Could it be that you traveled from the other side?
I'm a
I'm
ghost!
just here for a funeral. I don't mean to offend. No matter who you are, there's no need for any ill will between us.
Whew. Seems he's just your average scaredy cat. He looks more afraid than Paimon.
Did I scare him? But you're kind of terrifying.
Am not! Paimon's super friendly looking.
I don't know.
Don't be afraid. We come in peace.
Gods protect me!
No! Stop freaking out and stand still. Relax.
Relax. Yes, whatever you say. Please stay your hand. Don't come any closer. I mean you no harm. Don't touch me.
Hey! Paimon already said nothing's gonna happen.
Yet the butterfly flutters away. Where's to start?
Was it something Paimon said?
Possibly.
Let's go after him. He might do something stupid.
Hu Tao! Why are we here in the middle of nowhere?
Director! Director! There's a ghost after me!
Oh? Don't get too excited. These are clients, not ghosts. Exactly! We said we're not ghosts. Why won't you calm down and let us explain? Although, clients doesn't seem quite right either. Yeah, forgive me. This is one of our new undertakers, Mung. It's his first time working a funeral, so of course he's afraid of his own shadow. Funeral. Oh! The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor! Zhangli is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right? Oh, you know Zhangli? Well, that saves me a lot of explaining. I'm Hu Tao, the current director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for, well, trifling matters having to do with immortality. A satisfying trade to be in, though, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around town. Whatever the request, I'd be glad to hear it.
I don't think we fall into the client category.
Yeah, if we were looking for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's help, this is hardly the place we would come to. Ah, but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be a client of mine. Sooner or later.
Right.
Well, that's dark.
Very.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner. But be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice. Speaking of dates, if you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big day comes. Whoa! Slow down!
Hold on.
That's... you... There's a lot to unpack here.
That all sounded very bizarre. Is everyone at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a weirdo?
You'll have to excuse her. The director is a rather unique individual.
Lisp.
Allow me to explain. We'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. To restore calm here, we performed a funeral ceremony. It went very smoothly. According to the director, we shouldn't be expecting any more issues in the near future.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. What more is there to say? These three belong in the same sentence. You two, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill. You being here is not normal. Maybe your understanding of normal isn't quite normal.
I'm here on an adventure.
Adventure? You must hail from the Adventurers Guild.
Sure.
Then you are one of our distinguished clients. Wood, to be precise. Wood? What do you mean? That's just how we gauge our clients' importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble.
Who's marble?
The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only just thought of it. Oh, don't look so shocked. Oh, take a look. Our adventurers spend the whole day scaling mountains, clearing domains, and smiting enemies. Danger and peril are their bread and butter. Clients like these deserve better treatment. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me.
Charming. How subtle of you.
Oh, touched a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier.
I don't really want to take part in your business.
Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor I could do in return? Ah, we're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have a clue where they are. This seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you. You see? Helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue Harbor and do some business.
Let's get down to business.
When did we become your assistants?
Strike a deal.
The ones who no longer speak.
Speak with dead.
Did she mean talking to the dead?
Yeah.
She's a weird one.
Very weird. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream there. I didn't announce this at the beginning, I forgot to, but I'll announce it here. Stream schedule will be changing. I announced this back on the VR chat stream last week. There's also I edited it out in a smaller, shorter video, so you don't have to check out the whole stream on YouTube. So you can go check that out for the whole thing. But I won't reiterate everything that I said there. So please watch that video. It's up on YouTube. Only 2 people have seen it, so please watch it. I know there's 200 of you, so you don't even have to follow or anything. I'd appreciate it if you did, but watch that video if you want to know what's going on. Swapping and switching, 2 words combined. Watching Genshin stream day and VR chat stream day. VR chat will be on Tuesdays, and Genshin will be on Fridays. VR chat will be at 8 p.m. CST to 10 p.m. on Tuesdays, and Genshin will be on Fridays at 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. CST. So that's the swap for that. If you need an explanation for that, please watch the video. It'll be on that. I explained the whole thing there. So there's that. And that'll be happening next week. And we'll be continuing for who knows how long. We'll see. Yeah, I mentioned YouTube, so here's my socials. Follow me over on YouTube. I post VODs, other videos, edited videos, whatnot, all that stuff. I also post on the community tab when I'm going live. So you can stay up to date on my schedules and all that stuff over there as well. Follow me on TikTok too if you want. I post occasionally over there. IMDb? I don't have an IMDb. I don't act, my boy. Anyway, one day I'll have an IMDb. Maybe. I don't know. What else is there? Oh, yeah, I post, there's Scarlet Nexus and Nier Automata every Thursday at 10 a.m. CST and Friday 10 a.m. CST. There's a playlist on the playlist tab. You can check that out as well over on the YouTube channel. Next stream will be Friday VR chat, so you can check that out as well. That'll be at 8 p.m. CST. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I will see all of you next time. Bye.